Hello everyone. In this video I am trying to explain the ramp response of the first order system. So up to now we are discussing about the impulse response as well as unit step response. So in this video I am trying to explain the ramp response of the first order system. So for the first order system, if you apply the ramp signal and how the response will be getting, we are trying to analyze the ramp response with respect to time. So consider the unit ramp signal at the input of the system. We know that the unit ramp signal here R of t is the input and I am taking the unit ramp signal R of t. So R of t is nothing but t into u of t. This is the unit ramp signal. Apply Laplace transform on both sides. So whenever I am applying the Laplace transform on both sides, R of s becomes 1 by s square. Unit ramp signal is denoted with t into u of t. If you apply the Laplace transform to this one, we are getting 1 by s square. So Laplace transform of input signal R of t is R of s. Laplace transform of t into u of t is 1 by s square. Now we are applying this input signal to the first order system. So we know that the equation for the first order system is C of s equal to 1 by s tau plus 1 into R of s. Already we are discussed. So in place of R of s, now you substitute 1 by s square. In place of R of s, now you substitute 1 by s square because we are analyzing the ramp response of the system. So the ramp response is 1 by s square. That's why you need to substitute R of s value as 1 by s square in this equation. So when I am substituting R of s value as 1 by s square, the equation is C of s equal to 1 by s tau plus 1 into R of s, that is C of s equal to 1 by s tau plus 1 into 1 by s square. So we are not directly having inverse Laplace transform of this much function. So that's the reason we are going for the partial fractions. So do the partial fractions. So whenever I am doing the partial fractions, I need to represent this equation 1 by s tau plus 1 into 1 by s square as a by s square plus b by s plus c by s tau plus 1. A by s square plus b by s plus c by s tau plus 1. So try to find out a and b and c values. After finding out the a and b and c values, now apply the inverse Laplace transform. So I am substituting a by s square plus b by s plus c by s tau plus 1. Do the LCM for these terms. Then you are getting a into s tau plus 1 plus b into s tau plus 1, b into s tau plus 1 plus c into s square by s square into s tau plus 1. Now the denominator parts are equal. So cancel out the denominator parts, equate the numerator part. Then we will get a into s tau plus 1 plus bs into s tau plus 1 plus cs square equal to 1. So on the both side the denominator term is same. So we will get cancelled by, they will get cancelled by each other. Hence equate the numerator term. So whenever we are equating the numerator term, we are getting a into s tau plus 1 plus bs into s tau plus 1 plus cs square equal to 1. So this is the equation we are getting. I am multiplying a with this one. So a into s tau plus a plus bs into s tau is bs square tau plus b into s plus c into s square. Next I am taking the common terms. So 1 equal to a, the constant term only we are having a. And what are the s square terms? For s square we are having b tau and c. So for s square into b tau plus c. And for s, what are the common terms we are having? For s we are having a tau plus b. So we need to obtain the values of a, b and c. So in order to get the a, b and c, first I am equating the constant terms on the both sides. So in the left hand side we are having the constant term 1. In the right hand side we are having only one constant term, that is a. So that's the reason we are getting a equal to 1. a equal to 1. Now equate the s terms, so whenever we are equating the s terms, we are getting at plus b equal to 0, a tau plus b equal to 0. But from this one we know that a equal to 1. So substitute a equal to 1 here, then tau plus b equal to 0. From this equation we are getting b equal to minus tau. After that, equate the s square terms. So in the left hand side we are not having any s square terms. In the right hand side we are having the s square terms, that is b tau plus c. So b tau plus c equal to 0, but we know that b value is minus tau. So in place of b, substitute minus tau. So minus tau into tau plus c equal to 0. That means minus tau square plus c equal to 0. Then you will get c equal to minus tau square. C equal to tau square, not minus tau square, it is tau square. So we are getting a value as b, b value as minus t, c value as t square. So substitute these all values in the equation. So after the substitution you are getting, this is a by s square, 1 by s square, b by s minus tau by s, c by s tau plus 1, tau square by s tau plus 1. So this is the equation you are getting. So what I am doing here, 1 by s square minus tau by s. So from the numerator part I am taking 1 tau as common, and the denominator part I am taking tau as common. So whenever I am taking tau as common in this denominator part, tau is common, so we are left with s plus 1 by tau. In the numerator part we are having t square and tau cancelled out. Then we are getting only tau by 1 plus s by tau. So now you apply the inverse Laplace transform. So how I am getting this term in the sense, in the denominator of this part I am taking tau as common. So whenever I am taking tau as common, here I am getting s plus 1 by tau. Tau square and tau gets cancelled out. Here we are left with 1 tau. And in the denominator part we are having 1 plus s by tau. Now you apply the inverse Laplace transform. Inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s square is t. And here minus tau is the constant. Inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s is 1. And inverse Laplace transform of 1 by 1 plus s tau is e power minus t by tau, because already we are discussing this one in the impulse response, step response. The same term is here you are getting. So inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s square is tau t. Inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s is 1, but here we are having tau, so tau into 1 is tau, plus this t is the constant, and apply inverse Laplace transform for 1 by 1 plus s tau, 1 by 1 plus s by tau. So here we are getting e power minus t by tau into ut. So this is the ramp response of the first order system. So if you observe this one, here t minus tau is the constant term or steady state term, and t into e power minus t by tau is the transient term. So impulse response consists only the transient term. Unit step response consists of steady state term and the transient term. Similarly, the ramp response of the system is also consist of steady state term and the transient term. Here the steady state term is t minus tau, steady state term is t minus tau, and the transient term is tau into e power minus t by tau. So the unit ramp response C of t has both transient and steady state terms. The transient term in the unit ramp response is tau into e power minus t by tau into u of t. The steady state term is nothing but t minus tau into u of t. So this is the response of the system when the input is unit ramp. This is the response of the system when the input is unit ramp. So in the next class I will discuss the parabolic response, and I will conclude the system responses when the input is unit step, when the input is unit ramp, and when the input is unit parabolic. Thank you everyone. Hope you get some knowledge about this.